Okay. Hey everybody, if you guys could mute yourself, it's in the bottom, or it should be your top right hand corner. That would be helpful so we don't have feedback, and I can help too. Thanks so much for being on. I know evenings are hard and busy, and there's a million things that we have going on, but this is really important. It's really special to connect face to face because we're doing our business mostly behind a computer screen. So thank you for making the time. The people that show up to the calls have better and bigger businesses. It's just a fact. So the fact that you're on just shows how committed you are, and you will see your business will grow. It will just grow faster because you're plugging into the team. So Zach Bradley, the president of Zaya, has generously agreed to speak to us tonight. He's at soccer practice. So I really, really appreciate you being here, Zach, because I know you've got a ton going on. And it's like only 7 for you, right?
Yeah, 7 o'clock, so not too bad.
So we're all in different time zones, but the majority of us, I think, are central time zone. So it's 8 o'clock here. So I don't want to take any more time talking, so I'm just going to throw it over to you. And we had chatted about a few things you want to talk about, but I'll just sort of let you take over. And then if we could save a few minutes for questions at the end, that would be awesome.
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, thank you for the invite. I love to talk to people, and like you said, sometimes it's even by Zoom. I hope that you guys can see that. For me, it's important to be able to talk to you guys and to express how much we appreciate all that you guys do. We know it's not easy. We know that you guys are out there, kind of with that Zaya flag all day, every day. But I want you guys to know how appreciative we are of you and your team and what you're doing. I absolutely love what you just said, Katie, because I think it's true. Those that get on these calls, that put in the effort to get on for 20 or 30 minutes, whatever it is proven that they are more successful. And that success is because you are committed. It's because you're willing to learn. You're willing to do what it takes. It's amazing to me out there how many people complain, and I'm not saying it's Zaya, because I've been in this industry for so long that I've seen it, that there's people that complain and they can't figure out why they're not having success, yet they're not willing to do everything that it takes. And it's not that it's complicated what is asked of people. It's, in all reality, it's pretty simple, but it does take time, and sometimes it takes hard work. But the fact that you're on this call tonight is that's a huge step. And so we appreciate that. You guys have an amazing team. It's been quite a ride these last 18 months for us, as we've gotten started as a company, and as we've grown, and as we've kind of hit that momentum stage. Like I said, I've been in this industry for so long. I know the ups and downs. I know the ebbs and flows, and I know how typically a company will work through, your March, April, May is usually really strong. August, September, October, November is usually strong, but typically June, July, and August are very slow, and as are December and January. We've kind of done the opposite. Well, we haven't done the opposite. We just continue to grow and grow and grow, which is awesome, and that's what momentum and exponential growth is all about. June and July, which are very slow typically in this industry, we continue to grow 20% in June and 30% in July. And I don't know if you guys were on the call on Monday night where the chairman of the board, Jeremiah Bradley, talked about our sales in July of this year compared to July of last year. And it's not an exaggeration, but we were literally 10 times the amount of sales this year that we were last year. So to grow by that much in a 12-month span is quite remarkable. And I think that we've kind of found that niche. We've found the way to get this to continue to grow. I've heard it over and over and over again from people that have come from other companies. And they say the same thing over and over to me. They say, Zach, I have never been a part of something that is so easy to talk about and so easy to sell. A lot of direct sales companies or network marketing companies, however you want to label them, are very business oriented in the fact that make a lot of money, the product is secondary. And our whole approach has been the product is always going to be first and foremost. And if we make the product first and foremost and make a good quality product that stands out, that people love, people will start to make a lot of money, and the opportunity will come secondary. And that's what we're really starting to see now in this 16th, 17th, and 18th month, where we're getting 6-figure incomes. We're getting $250,000 a year incomes. We're getting these incomes that are starting to really, really take off. And I think we said it perfectly the other night on the call with Aaron and Jeremiah. We don't talk about income a whole lot because for us, the product is always going to be first. But it's important to know that whatever you want and whatever your goals are in terms of, 10,000 a month, 5,000 a month, 20,000 a month, $100,000 a month, whatever it is you want, it's possible here because we're seeing it. And so you can't say, well, nobody's done it, or, I don't know if we can do that. Maybe a couple thousand or maybe a couple hundred. No, whatever your goals are, whatever you want, it is 100% possible through Zaya and through this opportunity. And that is because we are so focused on making sure that we've got the best product for you and a product that is so easy to go out and talk about and sell. And that will always be number one for us. And I think you'll see as we move forward over the next 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, that will always be the case. And as we expand, you guys saw the swimsuit that we launched a couple of weeks ago. That's one of something that we're going to be doing it. I would imagine that next spring and summer, there will be a lot more swimsuits, very different styles, different colors that will be coming. This was just kind of a test market to see, and we sold out of those it was so fast. And I think you'll see other ways that we can go to make this even better, where we can branch out and make this business so much easier for each and every one of you. One of the things that we will be kind of a surprise that we'll be launching at the summit. And I would advise each and every one of you to be in, because that is, and we've said it over and over again, that is really where we started to take off last year. It was October of last year where we really started to take off and growth. And I would say the exact same thing about what Katie just said about being on the call. It is proven. It is proven that those that come to these events, that they invest in themselves, they invest in that weekend, they invest in what it takes to be successful. They are those that will grow more. Their business will be more successful. They will have more faith in the company. They will have more passion in the company. But the summit in Park City, do everything you can. If there was one thing I would say, if there's one thing you remember from the call tonight, it is do everything you can to be in Park City on September 8th for the summit, because not only will we have exciting announcements, exciting launches, recognition, but it is to be together with 200 to 300 of the Zaya family and to feel the same passion that you feel for this company with so many people from around the country. And so we just had these mini summits in Chicago back in June, Baltimore, and Salt Lake in April. And just from those little summits that we did, getting around the country, we were able to see huge amounts of growth. And so to get everybody in one place is really what this is about. And so I would plead, I would beg, I would say, do everything you can to get to the summit in Park City next month, because there is nothing that will help your business more than that. We have incredible speakers, we'll have training, everything you need to grow your business, we will have for you in that weekend. There is so much coming in the future. There's not a lot I can say because we like to keep surprises. But I can tell you that next week's launch is going to be amazing. You're going to absolutely love it. I think it'll probably be the biggest launch day that we've had. We launched the Hot Pinks and Emeralds back in April, I believe. But Zach, it could be the number one. Yes.
Did you say next week? You kind of cut out.
Yes, next week. It should be next week. It could possibly be the week after, but I'm pretty sure it'll be next week. But that's just between us and us Girl Scouts. I don't want you to go putting it on Instagram.
No.
Just know that
lips are sealed.
Lips are sealed. Just know that it's going to be a very, very good launch next week, and we're very, very excited about it. And what we have coming in the future, and what we already have planned for September and October, which are usually huge months in this industry, and we had a huge September, October, November last year. But as we get ready for the November, December, Christmas season, I would bet that our company will be 40 to 50% bigger than what it is now, which means it'll be 3 to 4 times what it was last October, November, December. And with that, we will have people making $10, $15, $20, $30,000 a month in commissions. And that is life-changing. And that's where we talk about financial freedom and being free to do what you want, because it becomes residual and it becomes something that it just continues to grow and grow and grow. So if right now you feel frustrated, right now you're new to this, you're like, well, how do I get to that point? What I will tell you is there is no set timetable. There's no magic button to say, well, it's going to take 6 months or 3 months. All I can tell you is if you are consistent and you are persistent, I promise you, you will get the success and you will find the success that you were looking for. I don't know how long it will take. For some of you, it might be 6 months. For some of you, it might be 3 years, but I can promise you it is worth it. If you have to work hard for 3 years or 2 years or 4 years and have a residual income of $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month, it is worth it. There are 93% of Americans that they retire dependent on somebody else. They're either dependent on the government, their kids, or somebody else. 93% of Americans. That is crazy. And if we can do something about it, and I love where nowadays this whole stigma of, no, I would say not serious. I have never done direct sales before. This is their first time. And with that, they are seeing that it is the most viable opportunity to become successful and to become free of everything else. And that's what we love about this opportunity, is that not only is it an amazing product that I think everybody on this call can testify to. We're not perfect, and sometimes we sometimes we have things that don't go as planned, but all in all, I think that we have an incredible product, and with that, an incredible opportunity to help each and every one of you to reach the goals that you want. And that's what's most important to us, is that we can help everybody in the Zaya family to achieve those goals. If it's $1,000 a month, if it's to literally pay $50,000 a month, each and every one of you for the rest of your lives, that's what we want to do. But it depends on you guys as well as us. And as we work as a team and we do this together, we know what we're going to be in 3 to 5 and 10 years because we've seen it. I've been in this industry long enough to know that we have something so special, and leadership out in the field and reps so special that there is nothing, literally nothing that can stop us. And so I'm so excited about it. If there's anything that we can ever do to help you guys, we love you and we appreciate you, and we will do literally everything. We love the feedback. You guys want different design, hear from you guys, and we will always listen to your feedback. And with that, I'm going to open it up for some questions or comments or anything that I can help with. But hopefully that kind of gives you guys some ideas on where we're headed and what the future of Zaya is.
Yay, so exciting. Thank you, Zach. Do you guys, if you have questions, just unmute yourself and you can just ask. Is there a question? I have like 100, so. Leanne, did you have a question?
No.
Okay. Okay, well, Zach, I just had like a kind of a selfish question. I'm just curious how your life has changed since you launched
No
Zaya.
questions is either really good or really bad. I'm hoping
Can you hear me?
really good.
You're cutting out a little. Can you hear me?
Me and my wife to be able, there's a couple can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello?
Now I
Okay,
can
I'm
hear
going to
you.
stop the video. Hopefully that helps. Okay, I'm going to stop the video. That sometimes, for whatever reason, it takes more up. But as long as you can hear me now, can you hear me good?
Yes.
Can you hear me
Yep.
well? Okay, perfect. So over the last year and a half, I would say, for one, our life has changed in so many different ways. But I'm going to tell you a couple of them that we absolutely love. My wife and I and our family, we love to see the world. We love to travel. And one of the things that Zaya does that I absolutely love is we create these promotions that allows people to see places in the world they've never seen. Las Vegas, Park City, the Bahamas, doing a cruise. These are minuscule compared to what we will be doing in the future. As we go to the Riviera Maya, as we go to the prettiest and most pristine islands around the world, as we go to the coolest cities around the world. That's what I absolutely love. But not just doing it where it's my wife and I, or just our family. I love doing it with all of these people because it just shows that lives can be changed. I mean, we literally have so many people that are going to be on this cruise that have never even had to get a passport because they've never been outside the U.S. And they're like, I don't even know how to get a passport. How do I do this? This is the most incredible thing. And they're sharing this story of this company just gave my husband and I, or our family, a free trip to the Bahamas. And to see how it's changing other people's lives is actually more important to me than how it's changing our lives. But I do love it. I love to be able to work with my wife every day. I love to see how an opportunity like this has brought us closer together. And I love how, even though we're on the corporate side, we get to have that same freedom where today I can be here at the soccer fields and be doing a call with people from all over the country. And literally, Katie, I didn't know you 6 months ago or 8 months ago. And you and I talk all the time. Monica the same. We didn't know each other. And there's people that I had no idea who they were 12 months ago, or 6 months ago, or even 3 months ago. And now I talk to them on a weekly basis or daily basis, and they have become some of my best friends because we all have the same goal in mind. We are doing something that is not selfish. It's something that's helping so many people out there. And we're working as a tribe, and we're working together to do that. And so for me, the two biggest benefits that have helped myself and my wife and how we're doing it is, one, that we get to see the world. And we know we're going to see more and more of the world together with all of you. And secondly, we've got to know so many amazing people in such a short amount of time. And I know that you guys have done the same thing, where these are people that you would have never met. And sometimes when you're working in a 9-to-5 job, not always, but a lot of times in a 9-to-5 job, you are working with people that you either didn't hire, somebody else hired, and you're kind of either forced to work with, or it doesn't mean you love working with them. With what we have here, it's we get to work with the people we want to work with. We get to do it when we want to do it. We get to do it where we want to do it. There's so much freedom to what we do that it just changes the whole spectrum of how we do business. And that's what I love about this. And that's kind of how it's changed our lives.
Well, and you guys have created or just somehow the company has like the best culture. Everyone is so great. Everyone is so great. All the reps I've met are so kind, and our team I'm full of them. I'm kind of amazed at how we keep having such great people in this company. I mean, it's like great people must attract great people, because it really is like just the warmest, most caring environment. And that's why I really want everyone to try to get to Summit if you're able to, because then you get to experience that in the flesh.
Absolutely. And I would second that. It's been, because again, I have been in a few other companies, not many, but I've seen the good and the ugly of direct sales and network marketing. And we have been so fortunate with the people that we have working for us as a company here at the office. But more than that, just the leadership that we've been able to attract with the people in our reps. It's been amazing to see that part of it, how we've been able to attract such amazing people.
Yeah.
And we've just been lucky that way. And I love it. And I hope it continues that way. And I think that you're exactly right. Great people attract great people.
Does anybody else have a question? Monica, did you have one? Oh, you're muted. Now, I can't hear you. Oh, just turn, now I can a little. No, not really. Can you guys hear her? Okay.
I cannot. It's very, very soft.
She said never mind. Anybody else? I was going to ask also, Zach, if you guys are looking, I know you probably have to keep this secret, but I was just wondering, we get a lot of questions about Canada, shipping to Canada, shipping outside of the US. What can you say about that?
Yeah, I can tell you that we've already started the preliminary stuff for Canada. It's not an easy process. You have to unfortunately direct sales is a much more complicated thing. You have to get your pay plan approved. You have to get approved as a direct sales company. Commissions are a bit more complicated. We have to get our own warehouse up there. So we started working on it. We don't have a timetable. Hopefully within the next 4 to 6 months, we can kind of do a pre-launch or a soft launch there, but that is again in the works, and we don't have exact dates yet.
That's a huge opportunity for reps. Yeah. Huge. We're going to have to do a big thing about that.
Yes. And then just to I know this is probably a question. Well, I don't know. The bomber shipment is very close. It is in the US. It has cleared customs. And so we hope to be able to turn it on tomorrow, and if not, the very latest Monday. But that is something, all of the bomber stuff should be turned on hopefully tomorrow. But it is in the US. It has cleared customs, so we're just waiting on that.
Okay, great. Anybody else? Any other questions? Okay. Well, thank you so much, Zach, for taking time out of your soccer practice.
No, it's I appreciate it, the invite, and anytime I can ever help, just let me know. I appreciate you guys for all that you do.
Okay, we'll see you in a few months.
Okay, see you guys.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys.